going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. All right, I have got a interesting, funny, a little frustrating one for you. This is in front of a magistrate. This is traffic court, and yeah, this defendant, she claims she didn't do what the ticket says. She is crying for most of this video, all while magistrate is trying to say, stop crying. Everything that you want is gonna happen. You just gotta listen to me. And yeah, she doesn't listen. I don't really know what to say to this. I feel like I'm talking to my daughter in this instance when the magistrate's talking to her. All right, I'm rambling. Win. What is win? Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Your ticket is 24R08247, was issued on the 27th of October. About 10 to 8 in the morning, you're 14 in Coolidge. You were cited for improper lane use. You've got three options this afternoon. You can admit, you can deny, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
I don't understand my options. Can you tell them again?
You can admit responsibility for the infraction alleged. You can deny responsibility, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation.
I don't know because what was written on the ticket.
Please raise your right hand. Please raise your right hands. Your other right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
I do.
Okay, the officer will testify first.
Yes, Your Honor. On the date and time listed on the ticket, I was traveling westbound on 14 Mile behind Mrs. Gutierrez. We were both traveling in the far right lane. She made a sharp lane change, going over 2 lanes of traffic into the left turn lane to turn left onto Coolidge. That is when I pulled her over and cited her at that date and time.
I didn't hear part of what you said because Ms. Gutierrez interrupted you.
I'm sorry.
What lane were you in, officer?
Your Honor, we were both in the far right lane going westbound on 14 Mile. She made a sharp lane change going over 2 lanes of traffic to get into the left turn lane to turn left onto Coolidge. At the time of the stop as well, when I walked up to Mrs. Gutierrez's window, she did admit to the sharp lane change that she made. And then I issued her at that date and time.
Ms. Gutierrez?
Yes.
It's your turn now, ma'am.
That is not what happened. I was in the middle lane. There was somebody on to the right of me, and there was somebody not into the next lane, but the other lane. Because you were coming into Coolidge, there's 4 lanes of traffic that you go into. I was in the middle lane next to the turning lane. I was nowhere near that far right lane. I would never go 2 lanes over to a turning. I don't drive like that. That's not what I do. I don't do that. I was right next to the turning lane, and then
When did you get into
the
lane that was next to the turning lane?
Right as soon as I turned. Right as soon as I got into the next lane is where the lane was, the turning lane. I didn't go over 2 lanes. There was no way I could. There was a truck on the other side. There was no way I could.
That wasn't the question I asked you, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My question to you is, when did you get into the lane next to the turning lane?
Right as soon as I turned. Right as soon as I got out of my lane is when I was in the turning lane. Right as soon as I got into the lane. I wasn't in the far right.
When did you get into the lane next to the turning lane?
As soon as I went into the lane. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. I'm sorry. Because all I did was I turned to the left and then I was in the turning lane. And that was it. One lane. I went
How
one
long
lane
had
over.
you been in the lane from which you turned?
A few minutes. It was the lane I was in because we were approaching the light. So I was in that lane for a while.
Were you
I
on
wasn't in
westbound
the other
14 or southbound Coolidge?
I don't remember. We were going where it turns to, where you turn to the left and there's two turning lanes. That's where we were turning.
You know, you're focusing on the last 5 feet. I asked you repeatedly to tell me when you got into that lane. Then I asked you how long you had been driving on 14 Mile.
Yes. I
You
got
said
into the turning lane as soon as I got out of my lane. I guess I'm not understanding. I'm sorry.
you're
I'm
not
nervous.
responding to the questions. When did you get onto what road got you to 14 Mile?
I think I was coming off of Crooks. I don't remember because I deliver, so I don't remember like which lane. I don't remember where I was coming from. I think I was on a delivery. I was going towards the delivery. That's all I remember. Going towards my delivery. And then I had to
That's
turn
all you
left.
remember, but you're sure that you didn't do what you were cited for, but you don't remember.
No, I don't remember the streets I was on. No, I don't remember the streets I was on.
You're limiting it to not remembering what streets. The
I know
officer
it was cool
was,
because I'm not familiar with that area too. I don't really deliver out there, so I'm not familiar with the streets or anything like that. I'm not from the area. But can we request the like video camera of the car or something?
and Ms. Gutierrez, the trier of fact is the court, not you. You could see all kinds of film and it wouldn't change your mind as to what happened. You wouldn't be here if you thought you were wrong. I understand that. That's why you're here, because you don't think you were mistaken. But I've heard the testimony of the officer. She was behind you in the right lane when you changed from the right lane into the next lane, into the next lane, into the left turn lanes. I don't need film to tell me that because it's clear what happened.
But that's not what happened. I would never go 2 lanes over. I don't drive like that. I don't drive like that. I can't afford these points on my ticket or on my record. I drive for a living. I will get fired. I would never go 2 lanes over. I don't do that.
Believe that you
I'm
did
very
on the 27th day of October.
No, I didn't. I never would.
Fine on that, I have found you responsible. The fine on that is $130. It can be paid
Can we
online by
not get
mail.
the points? Can we not get the points on my license, please?
Points don't come from the court, ma'am. I can't tell the Secretary of State how many points every
Can we
infraction.
read something where we can't get any points on there? Or can I pay can I go to traffic school? Since it's my first offense, I've never done anything like this, and it's my first offense. I really can't afford anything on my driving record. All I have is that one job, and if I get like any points, they can fire me. They will fire you. I can't afford that. I'm a single mother. I can't afford it. I can't afford points on my license. Is there any way I can go to traffic school or something?
Well, the Secretary of State, if you have no points on your record and you've never had points, will send you a letter telling you how you can stop the points from going onto your record. The Secretary of State's program is automatic if you're eligible. You don't have to do anything to initiate it. The process, the Secretary of State will automatically send you the letter telling you how to take the class and to stop the points from going onto your record. The Secretary of State's program does not take the points off your record. It stops the points from going onto your record. So if you've never taken the class
Can
before,
we get the fine
Let it
down?
go.
Can we minimize the fine to something where we don't have points on it somehow, some way? I can't afford points on my record. I'll pay more of a ticket. I don't care paying more of a ticket. I can't afford points on my record.
you have 4 points?
No, I can't afford points on my record.
I just explained to you how you can stop the points from going onto your record. The Secretary of State is going to send you a letter telling you how to do it. Points are a Secretary of State program. They're not a courted thing. I can't make the points are
Insurance is
better or
gonna go
worse.
up.
Ma'am,
My insurance is
you're
gonna go
going
up.
to- If you would stop talking for a minute and just listen, the points are not going to go onto your record until you've had the chance to take an online traffic safety class to stop them from going on your record. It will happen. You'll be put on notice automatically. The next thing you get from the Secretary of State is good news. It'll tell you how to go about stopping the points from going on.
But I never went over 2 lanes either. That's the thing. I never went 2 over lanes. I would never do that. And now,
I do believe you did it on
no,
the day
because
in
you
question,
wrote
ma'am. The fine is
no, I
$130 and
didn't.
touch your mailbox for the Secretary of State. I think that completes your docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I got a little carried away with that one. I let it play for the entire video. Yeah. Stop. I know she's emotional for every reason that she stated, but she wasn't listening. That's the problem. She wasn't listening. The magistrate gave her exactly what she wanted to hear. Hey, you're not going to get these points. I can't do anything about the fine, but you're not going to get these points as long as you do this. And she just kept going. There's no crying in traffic court. Let's not make that a habit. When you're crying, you're not listening. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know. I don't know what to say. All right. Anyways, hope you liked it. Hit that like button if you did. Until next time.